السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله العظيم من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت، بيده الخير وهو على كل شيء قدير. وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله وصفيه من خلقه وخليله، بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة وكشف الغمة، وجاهد في سبيل الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. فاجزه اللهم عنا خير ما جازيت رسولا عن أمته ونبيا عن قومه، وارض اللهم عن أصحابه وأزواجه وذريته والتابعين لهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد. My dear brothers and sisters, sabr, endurance, a sustained effort to withstand the pressure, the stress, the trials, tribulations, calamities, positive and negative, good and bad and in between. We are made by design from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to go through this, whether we choose or not, whether we like it or not. And that's why we have to be prepared. And sabr, endurance, is spread throughout the Quran. It starts from the beginning, through Al-Fatiha, the first chapter. When you say, Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, it is a total surrender. That there is no guidance. For what? Not just for you to know Allah Azza wa Jalla, but also to know what type of mission, what type of testing you will be going through in order to accomplish the end of that dua. Ihdina Sirat al-Mustaqim, Sirat al-Ladina an'amta alayhim. That sirat is a ni'mah. An'amta alayhim. It's a ni'mah from Allah Azza wa Jalla to be guided to a sirat as a package. Many people believe there is a God, but are they living that belief fully to the core of the cells of their bodies and the hearts and the minds and the inner parts of their identity as a Muslim or as a believer? And this journey throughout the Quran, we have prophets, plenty of stories in the Quran. It's nothing but sabr on the path It is sabr on as-sirat al-mustaqim. If you want to really conclude and summarize the journeys of all the prophets, which are those who are the best of mankind, it's nothing but sabr on as-sirat al-mustaqim. From the minute that they were born and giving the mission until they met Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we know in our deen and according to the sunnah and the seerah and the story of al-Isra and al-Mi'raj, the ascending trip to the heavens, that the prophets are living at in different heavens as we speak now. Their journey was nothing but sabr. You eat it, you drink it, you feel it, you dream it, you talk about it, you see it, you see others going through it. For you to see an accident, you have to have sabr. We think sometimes it's only those who had the accident needs the sabr. No. If you visit somebody in the hospital, even the moments of a man, a husband, being with his wife at the time of delivery, what she's going through, like what his mother went through when she had him. He thinks that she needs the sabr and the pain, but the sabr is always beyond that, beyond boundaries. When you watch the news of what's happening to the Muslim Ummah across the globe, in particular, and humanity in general, you need sabr to withstand and understand. That's why endurance and to really hold on tight, the steadfastness of being so strong, it's not masculine. Because I know people who are doing bodybuilders, they don't wake up for Fajr. If it was for muscles, they should be the ones in the first line at Fajr time. But it's the power, the bodybuilding of the faith, the strength of that. It's a virtual strength that's divinely designed to really enrich your powers so you can withstand what you have been given as a mission. These analyses, a deeper look at what happens around us, we need to develop some sort of strategies so we can be ready before it happens. And that's why Al-Quran mentioned so many mistakes that happened, and they needed to be corrected. The Sahaba made mistakes. At the time of Uhud, they did not listen to the Prophet ﷺ. They paid the dues for it. And Allah wanted to correct. Because they were saying, they were questioning, they were asking, why did this happen to us? At the time of Badr, we had 140. We had 70 prisoners, and we got 70. But in the Battle of Uhud, we lost 70. أَوَلَمَّا أَصَابَتْكُمْ مُصِيبَةٌ قُلْتُمْ أَنَّ هَذَا قُلْ هُوَ مِنْ عِنْدِ أَنفُسِكُمْ. It's from within us. That's what happens. Mistakes happen. And those mistakes, even, Surah chapter Al-Hujurat, the chapter of akhlaq and discipline, they used to raise their voices above the voice of Rasulullah ﷺ, like we do nowadays. When you say, Ya akhi, this is a hadith, authentic hadith, we raise our voices above the voice of Rasulullah ﷺ still. And this is part of Jahiliyyah, that we have to respect. Who are we even to argue with it and about it? And that's why sabr teaches discipline. Sabr embeds discipline in your soul, because you will always have that restraint, that power over yourself. Sabr, endurance. And every day we go through different testing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a number of areas in the Quran specifically mentioned two things. be tested in yourself and in your wealth. Because those are the two things, we need to live forever and we need to be as rich as we can. And that was what Iblis, the devil, tried to get Adam alayhi salam to follow. هل أدلكم على شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى. شجرة الخلد, you live eternal, and mulk لا يبلى means you don't even know how much wealth you have. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. لتبلون في أموالكم وأنفسكم. You will be tested with your wealth and yourselves. Because it's hard on the self. You want to spend money. You want the best doctor. You want the best attorney. You want the best you're willing to pay. So yourself remains intact, protected, safe, healthy, and so forth and so on. لتبلون في أموالكم وأنفسكم ولتسمعن من الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم ومن الذين أشركوا أذى كثيرا. And you will hear a lot of harm. Here. That's why we have to listen carefully. If we don't listen carefully, we don't understand. We don't comprehend. So this test of a different kind, it's media. Nowadays they have so many names, honestly I personally cannot keep up with. There are so many derivatives of Islamophobia these days. There is political terrorism, nowadays it's called. Political terrorism. What is that? What does that mean? وَلَتَسْمَعُنَّ مِنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ وَمِنَ الَّذِينَ أَشْرَكُوا. You will hear from the people of the book before you and those who do not believe. أَذًا كَثِيرًا. A lot of harm. كَثِيرًا, a lot of it, which means non-stop. وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. If you have sabr and taqwa, Allah mentioned here sabr before taqwa because to highlight the importance of sabr here. If somebody intimidates you, what happens? The first thing, you have taqwa. Do you think about taqwa? It's about control, about sabr. You don't think about, I want to go now and do 2 rak'ahs. If somebody insults you at work, by any means, or a neighbor, or you hear something that you really dislike a lot, you don't think about taqwa at the time. What you need is sabr. The first thing you need is sabr. That will feed, that will take you into having taqwa. So if you take action, taqwa now will control what you do, what is halal and what is haram. Like at the time when Rasulullah ﷺ was given the news that his son Ibrahim died, passed away. Very impactful, very powerful. You're talking about Rasulullah ﷺ's sons. It's not mine or yours. What did he do? He had sabr. He held tight to sabr and then displayed his taqwa. Displayed the path to deal with it. He expressed, he took it in, and he said, إِنَّ الْعَيْنَ لَتَدْمَعْ. We cry. وَإِنَّ الْقَلْبَ لَيَحْزَنُ. And the heart gets saddened. But we only say what pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So sabr ended up with taqwa. وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. Inna in the Arabic language, in the Quran, every time you see it, it's an emphasis, it emphasizes the next meaning. Inna ذَلِكَ, that is part of your steadfastness. You have to hold tight. عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. And azm is part of power over yourself. That if somebody has the azm, the power to do tahajjud or do wudu in cold water because they're traveling, they will not. Wherever they are, they will never give up qiyam. If they are traveling at home, wherever they are, they hold tight to it. That's part of the azm, that's determination, commitment. And that's coming from sabr and taqwa. That's the outcome of sabr and taqwa. فَإِنَّ ذَلِكَ مِنْ عَزْمِ الْأُمُورِ. In another area, this is in Surah Al Imran, another area, وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا. All the conspiracies and the plotting for Muslims or believers or good people across the board. Allah says, وَإِن تَصْبِرُوا وَتَتَّقُوا. Same thing, sabr and taqwa. لَا يَضُرُّكُمْ كَيْدُهُمْ شَيْئًا. Their plotting, their conspiracies, everything they do behind the scenes will never harm you. Can you imagine building a shield? And who is the builder? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah will take care of us. Allah will never let us down. But are we letting Him down? That's the question. Because the argument, God is on my side. Is that true? Or am I on God's side? Which one is true? Who should be on you? Which is high? And the more we are with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and connected, at time when the peak of testing comes through, you will highlight sabr and taqwa. Even against the zalim, the oppressor, you will not cross the line. Yes, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, but that does not permit us from crossing the line, even with those who oppress us and those who they don't like us for one reason or another, but it's part of testing. Imagine that everybody else loved us. It's not going to work. It doesn't happen that way. Isn't it true that spouses, they get married, they love each other, and this love story, and what happens when they start having kids and life matters go on, and now real life, action. This is the real thing. Love comes in many different ways. We need to understand how it comes. Because the Muslims in Mecca, when they were tested, tortured, imagine in the desert, in the heat, in the sand, they were tortured, bleeding for the sake of Allah and Islam, and came to the Prophet ﷺ asking, أَلَا تَدْعُوا لَنَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Don't you pray for us that Allah Azza wa Jal will destroy the non-believers in Mecca? أَلَا تَسْتَنصِرْ لَنَا. We should ask for help, for support. And Rasulullah ﷺ was teaching them, it's not time yet. It's not time yet. One would think the logic doesn't add up here. But the mission requires a lot of testing, heavy duty. And those of us who are in engineering and did some design work, these PCs and laptops and motherboards and electronics and so forth, they go through something called shake and break test. They put them on beams with vibration, 24 hours, 36 hours, 48 hours, to make sure that they can withstand shipping and handling. Shake and break test. So the Sahaba in Mecca went through a heavy duty shake and break test, and they passed, and they won. Because at the end, al-aqibatu lil-muttaqin, the end, the truth will always prevail. Because Allah is running the show, and Allah Azza wa Jalla has promised that for those who hold tight to justice and the truth will always win. Although in the short term you might think you're losing. And there is a huge difference between losing a battle versus losing the war. It's a huge difference. So the mission will be won, inshallah. But it takes us to have that sabr. And may Allah Azza wa Jal give us the taqwa. After that, أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله حمد الشاكرين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ولي المصلحين المصلحين المخلصين المخلصين الله أسأل أن يجعلني وإياكم منهم وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله عليه أفضل الصلاة وأزكى التسليم بأبي وأمي يا رسول الله. Our true love and real love goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to His Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and to the beauty of Islam that nothing but showers mercy on us to help us along the way. Help us along the way. And back to the ayah that the nafs is being tested, whether it's death, whether it is sickness, whether it is a certain disease. And we talked about before, and I would like to really sincerely thank each and every one in our communities across the nation here and across the world. Those who take care of what we, unfortunately, look at them as being disabled. The gift of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I'm honored to call them, wallahi, people with special abilities. A blind person will inspire you, empower you much more than a 20/20 eyes from another person. We think they are disabled. They are less than us. We look down on them as if we are telling Allah Azza wa Jal, you made a mistake, why did you create this? And that's not right. Aqeedah-wise, and on a human level, to say the least. So may Allah Azza wa Jal reward each and every one who supports. And the status of any community in the history of mankind and until the day of judgment will always be a reflection of how we treat each other and amongst each other. And that's why we have to be with the strong and the weak and in between, whether we like it or not, so we have the mercy of Allah Azza wa Jal come down on us. It's a beautiful feeling. And that's why when you do a good deed, it will always be there. Allah made it. It will always be there for you to comfort you at the time of need. And if we do a bad deed, a sin, a ma'asiyah, it will always chase us. Except, and may Allah forbid, that we have dead hearts. Because if somebody has a dead heart, it's all over. They're not going to feel, they will be numb. They will not feel anything. And that's why we need to promote such a need, and helping needs is outside. Charity in the hadith was sadaqatu burhan. And the next word after that in that long hadith, authentic hadith, reported by all the sunnah, as-sadaqatu burhan was-sabru diya. Sadaqah and sabr. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this community and all of us with sabr and taqwa and charity. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enlighten our hearts and guide us and give us the wisdom and give us the sabr we need to withstand our mission. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us succeed. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this blessed day to conceal our shortcomings. اللهم آمين. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا واستر لنا عيوبنا ألف بين قلوبنا واجمع على الحق جهودنا ربنا عليك توكلنا وإليك أنبنا وإليك المصير. اللهم انصر عبادك المؤمنين المجاهدين في سبيلك في كل مكان. اللهم كن للمسجد الأقصى يا رب العالمين. أنقذه من دنس المجرمين المحتلين الآثمين. اللهم كن للمسلمين في سوريا. اللهم كن للمسلمين في العراق وفي ليبيا وفي السودان وفي مصر وفي كل مكان يا رب العالمين، في الهند وفي الصين وفي كشمير وفي أفغانستان. اللهم آمين. ربنا عليك توكلنا، ربنا عليك توكلنا، ربنا عليك توكلنا. اللهم اختم لنا بالصالحات، وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأقم الصلاة.